Hey y'all, it's me coming to talk to you about self-care and wellness, nurturing a mindset for self-care. I'm Dr. Lynn Daniel. I'm an educator and I've been educating people about self-care, looking at adverse childhood experiences, dealing with toxic individuals, learning how to nurture and take care of yourself. I was on the other day. I don't know if my live stopped, but the download stops, doesn't process beyond like 27, 28 minutes. So I'm just doing a test run today just to kind of get a feel of how things are going to work. Hello, Liz M. and Coffee, Caffeine Loving Queen. Hello, you all. I'm doing a test today because I was on the other day. I did a live 56 minutes. 56 minutes teaching people about nurturing a healthy mindset for self-care and wellness. Talking about the spiritual aspects of self-care. Was really giving you all some nuggets, some very good usable information. And when I went to download the video to post it on my YouTube channel, only 30 something minutes, 28 minutes, 36 minutes, something like that recorded. And the rest is lost. Not, it will not process. So I'm just doing a test today just to, I don't know, I'm still learning this stuff, right? But I've been encouraging people to read my book, Trash Can't Stop Being a Receptacle for Toxic People's Waste, and showing you all how to read, mark, and annotate it. Really trying to encourage people to slow down and look at self-care as a viable option for life. Because life is hard, but you got to keep on living. The quality of your life is determined by the decisions you make, and the decisions you make are determined by the knowledge set that you have, the information and resources that you have. So, like if you've never been respected, you don't know what it feels like to be respected. If you've never experienced genuine love, then you don't know what that feels like. And so, I'm just encouraging people to do some introspection. And I know there are some people who can't do introspection, choose not to. It's too hard. It's too scary, too frightening. Or you're not wired that way. Maybe your psychology isn't, uh, some people's psychology won't allow them to reflect. But reflection is it's a good exercise. I mean, they teach us that. They teach us that, in teacher school, that we reflect on our practices. We look back at our lesson after we've taught it, we've done instruction, we've walked through all of it, and then we take time to look back at how that lesson went and what the outcomes were. And then we can even talk to colleagues about it and get their input. So the point I'm making is reflection is a for real action step that you can take. So self-care, like I'm doing it. I believe in self-care. I believe in it because I'm alive and I see the benefits of it, right? So with self-care, you learn the processes, the procedures, the information that helps you to make better decisions. Go to the International Self-Care Foundation's website. Do that now. Just open up a I don't look, I'm not a techie. So if you're able to open up a tab while you're at a live, do that and check isf.org. International Self-Care Foundation. Start there. Mm-hmm. Look at their 7 pillars of self-care. Start there. And then here's the thing about it, you all. Like, this isn't bashing. This isn't uh, being critical of yourself. This isn't comparing yourself to other people. Self-care is what I'm talking about. You all, I am an educator. I am not a physician, although I am Dr. Lynn Daniel. I am an educator. I'm a researcher, an educational researcher. So I don't write prescriptions for medicine. I prescribe for literacy. Yeah. So the reason I'm telling you that is so that you hear what I'm saying and then you check it out. You verify. You do that for everybody, right? I'm telling you to do it for me, but you do that for everybody. Okay, so you're going to go to the International Self-Care Foundation's website and check out what they are telling you about self-care. Now, globally, when you look at self-care, it looks different all over the world. There are some places in the world, including in the United States, that does not have all the amenities that many of us are used to. So if your community is lacking some of the basic amenities that make life easy to live, like clean water, sewer systems, like like in your homes you have dry materials that your house is dry, right? Like it's not damp, it's not wet, it's not leaking, right? You have a full roof, not a thatch roof that is that can be easily damaged by the elements. But see, around the world, globally, we have people living in all sorts of conditions. And so when you check out that website, you're going to find out that the things we have here in the United States of America and in the Western world, we are set up to have great self-care. We have systems in place. We have conveniences, modern conveniences that we take for granted, or we're not, it's slipping. It's not even in our purview. It's like we're not even paying attention to it because we're so busy and weighed down and, dealing with life. So that's why I'm here. I'm your little angel to remind you, hey, self-care is here. It's available to you. You don't have to go and harm yourself because there's something inside of you that you do not like, that you want to get rid of. You want it out of you, but you don't know how to get it out of you. So then, some people just, the old saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let that sink in. hmm So TikTok the other day, I was on here. I did a 56-minute live. And I went back to listen to it and watch it. And I was like, man, that I was just dropping nuggets. Like, that was really deep. And I said, okay, I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel. So, like, my family can watch it if they want. You know, they look on my YouTube channel. Then I got to around, I don't know, 36 minutes and it wouldn't play anymore. And that's the part when I was telling you all, I was really going in on how to detoxify your life. And I was showing you the map of the consciousness, David Hawkins' map of consciousness, and showing you how, we detox, eliminate, because on the chart, on the map of consciousness, when you're in shame, it's the very base emotion and frequency. When you're stuck there, now see, somebody doesn't want me to talk about this. They don't want to hear it, but it's coming. It's coming, because you know what? That frequency is trying to hold some of you prisoner. Now, if you want to be a prisoner, go on and get off of this live. If you are happy with your state of life and being, goodbye. You don't have to be here. I'm talking to people who want to change, who want to improve the quality of their self-care. That's who I'm talking to. I am not picking fights with anyone. Nope. We have a right to live how we want, as long as our rights don't infringe on anyone else's. So whoever don't want to hear it, I feel you over here. Goodbye. Leave. Right. Goodbye. Because you're not welcome with that. Now, back to the topic. Okay. If you are here and you really are seeking wholeness, sound practices for wholeness, and I'm not offering you a lame, flimsy, get something and get nothing, give something and get nothing. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just simply telling you all that there are resources available to help you on the journey if that's what you want. If you are seeking to be well, to break out of abusive relationships, toxic living, poor decision making, self-hatred, loathing of the self, feeling stuck, not able to make decisions, always blaming others and looking at what they did, and always talking about he is this, he did that, he didn't do this when he should have did it. If that's what you're doing, I can talk about it because I did it. I did it, sure did. So I can talk about it. And I could talk to you all because you all want to be here to learn about self-care. Thank you for joining. If you're here to learn about self-care and seriously hear what I'm going to share with you, then you're welcome to stay, right? But like if you disagree, and you don't see, no one said anything over here to make me say that. But you all, I can sense when people don't agree. And I can sense it. So you're welcome to stay if you're here to hear and learn. All right. All right. So self-care, you all, self-care is your privilege. It's your right. It's yours. It's a gift. It's already wrapped up and it's being handed to you like right here. There it is. Now take it. There it is. Take it. It's yours. I'm giving it to you. Now, I'm going to tell you that you have to come out of shame. If something happened to you growing up, someone did something to you growing up as when you were a child, someone said something to you when you were a child, someone took something from you, your humanity, You grew up so poor, you had no piss pot, you had nothing. If these things happen to you, if the adverse childhood experiences identified on that chart that I showed you the other day on that website, go back and look at it. Go to go Google adverse childhood experience questionnaire. Okay, go Google it. It's called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Experiences. There's a questionnaire that you're going to take. Answer it truthfully. It's going to ask you about your experiences before the age of 18. Answer it truthfully, because see, this is you. It's for you. Answer it truthfully. Go on and cry if you need to. Mourn the loss of your innocence. Mourn the loss of realizing, coming to the realization that whoever brought you into this world was not equipped to provide for you properly. All right? So you don't have to blame them. You just have to acknowledge what it is. You have to name it. Call it what it is. If it's neglect, they always leaving you with other people, not being there for you, leaving you by yourself. You wake up in the middle of the night and everybody's gone to the mall or gone somewhere, and you in the bed by yourself in a house, empty house by yourself in the dark. Okay? That's that's abandonment. That's abandonment. It may have been temporary. It may have only been for a couple of hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, but to a child, hours are long. So call it what it is. Let all the emotions like wave through your gut, through your chest, through your head, through right here, your chest. Let them emotions just roll through. They're rolling. Because when you take that test, those emotions are going to pop up right where they're affecting your body. Right? And that's just you in communication with yourself. That's your body acknowledging that, yeah, that right there. That right there. Yep. And that one right there too. Yep. Deal with them. All right. So I'm saying, as your TikTok auntie or grandma, grandma TT, I don't know, teacher. Okay, I'm your favorite teacher. I'm your favorite teacher on the internet. You my favorite students up here in this room. All right, you are my A students. I'm telling you. You don't have to buy my book. Nope, you do not have to buy my book. My book is my book. I wrote it for me first because of what I endured as a teacher through COVID, through the lockdowns. All I had to deal with my own self, right? Like, and family and all of that. And then going back on the campus and seeing those students looking like zombies and just really just, it was, y'all, it was just, it was surreal. It was surreal. So I wrote the book for myself, for my healing, and I'm sharing it with you so you can buy it. The physical book, $13. The digital book on Amazon is like $2 or $3. Okay? You can get it if you want, but you don't have to. You can go to several sources that I told you. I've been telling you. Some work you've got to do. You know, there may be some things you need to just get clear about, right? And the reason my eyes are closed and stuff, because I'm tired. Like, I wasn't going to get on here because I had a long day. You know, I sponsor a group of students at school, and Black History Month started, and then it was time to get the campus ready for that. And I'm tired because I stayed after, and I'm just a little tired. But I wanted to come on and say Happy Black History Month. Thank you all, my favorite students, for being here in the classroom. I'm your favorite teacher, Dr. Daniel, and we are going to get well together, right? Like, I'm still working on some stuff myself. I could have given up, but I'm not. I'm still going, right? And so I'm just admonishing you, my students, check out the Adverse Childhood Experiences, that questionnaire. There are 10 questions on there, and it's asking you about things you endured before the age of 18. Answer honestly. Then at the end, when you're done, your score will pop up. Like, I believe it gives you explanations for each question, like each scenario that was asked about. I believe it does that. And then it gives you a range of numbers that with the meaning, what those numbers mean. Excuse me. Allergies. But that's the beginning. The first time I took that test was in 2021, before I published this book, cuz writing the book just really, I mean, it just opened the door to me saying, "Oh my goodness, look at all these tools I could be using to get well, to work on this aspect of my life." Like, things are in order, but things are not perfectly in order. And the same with you. Your life may be in order, but things are not perfectly in order. And some things may be in total array. Like, if you're in confusion all day, I think back, like, when I was a young woman, a young wife, a young mother, a young teacher, brand new teacher, all of these new life changes going on, I stayed confused. I think back and I was like, Dad, from that age to that age, that was like 2, 3, 4 years of just, right? But thank God it's not like that now. Thank God that healing is ours. Thank God that healing is mine. So, gratitude, gratitude is like, gratitude is the sauce. Gratitude is the glue. Like, it fits all the pieces together and puts them there, like, permanently, like, brings those blessings in. Well, I shouldn't say permanently, but let me see how I can describe gratitude. Like, gratitude is the frame for the picture, and then when you're grateful, you start drawing or painting the picture that you want to be in that frame, because you start taking better care of things. You start taking better care of everything when you have gratitude. You start cleaning your spaces. Like, you start paying attention to the minor details, the small details of just, you start detoxing. You start eliminating. Like, for me, like, and if you read about it, you'll hear people's stories. They tell you what they did to break out of shame. Like, they start eliminating old extra things that were a burden that they didn't need anymore, like old memorabilia that they felt they didn't need. Now, some people can't let go of certain things, but I let go of a lot of memorabilia too. Not a right away, but eventually I did. And, you know, the process was, it felt like a purging process. And I was to the point where I was like, it's just got to go. It just can't hang around here anymore. Yeah. So shame will keep you cornered, keep you weighed down, confused, and making you feel terrible. But as you work your way up, as we work our way up that map of consciousness into the healing area, the frequencies that are reflective of healing. Let me get the map of consciousness. It's right here next to the bed and my book. Here it is. Right here. You can get this free. Just go find it online. So the survival paradigm, that means your mind frame, your frame of mind, how you think. That's your paradigm. A paradigm is a way of thinking. Guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, and pride. Pride is right at the border of healing. Now you know what? I'm going to have to research that, because you can have a sense of pride in your accomplishments. And to me, I translate that as meaning like you have a pride for things that you've invested in, and you've built that thing, and you've worked hard. You put your sweat equity into that, and you feel good. You have a good sense of feeling about yourself. So pride has like a double-edged, double entendre meaning. That's what I'm going to have to research pride, because on this chart, pride is like right underneath. It's the last level energetic log right under the healing zone of reason and integrity. But then I know there's negative pride. Now, we all know that there's negative pride, right? Where you're prideful, full of yourself, egotistical, nobody else matters. That type of pride is not good. That's the kind that tears you down. Yeah. But I'm going to have to research pride a little more to figure out why did he put it here on this chart. Now, the thing about this chart, I told y'all the other day, like those arrows, you see how they go up and down? That's because we move through these frequencies. He calls them frequencies, but you look, spirits, attitudes, right? Entities, spirits. They could be spirits. When you look at it from a spiritual perspective, look at that God view too. The God view. Okay. So next to those emotions, those paradigms of the mind, they each correlate to a God view. So how you view God. So if you're in shame all the way at the very bottom, you think that God despises you and you despise God. And then the process is you want to kill God. You want to eliminate God because you think God wants to eliminate you. And you might want to even eliminate yourself because you can't bear it no more. But don't eliminate yourself. You find out what's in you that needs to be addressed. And that's where you go take that ACEs questionnaire. You take that questionnaire. NPR has that questionnaire on it. That questionnaire is on several websites. I think Kaiser Permanente is the one that wrote that questionnaire. Mm-hmm. So I admonish you, find that questionnaire online and take it. Now, you know, I had mentioned about trusting, like when we're working on ourselves, when we're in this healing journey, we have to learn how to shut our mouths. We have to learn how to use discretion about ourselves. And this one is hard. This one is a big one because you just have to, I admonish you to just get quiet. Just get quiet about your self-care journey. It's not anybody's business yet. Like you're in preschool, students. Some of you are in preschool. Okay, so you have to think of it that way. Like you're early on in the process. If you are, no matter where you are, you may not be early on, but I'm just going to say you're early on in this process this time around with me as your teacher. Okay. So there are things you have to become aware of. And one of those things is that not everybody cares and not everybody wants you to care enough to heal. Because once you start healing, your spiritual eyes are going to open, your physical eyes are going to open. You will be able to see more that you used to not see, and it was right in your face. Your spiritual eyes are going to open so that you can see what is beneath the behavior, the attitude, the tone. So, in order to let yourself incubate and grow and nurture and grow and develop and grow and live and grow and become whole and grow as you're self-caring, taking care of yourself, and grow and nurture and create, you have to guard. You have to guard that seed and nurture that seed so it will grow. Don't overwater it by talking to everybody, telling everybody. Because when you overwater a seed, they rot. They don't germinate, they rot. Right? You got everybody, you talking to everybody, or you're talking to that one best friend who doesn't want you to get well. Because once you get well and once you start learning and seeing, ooh, you're going to just see the truth about that relationship. Now, not all best friends are toxic, but when you're ill or when you can't see or when you're confused or when you're down here at the bottom in the survival mode, you just looking for comfort. You just match up with like attracts like. You just match up with other shameful people, other guilty people, other people full of apathy, other grief-filled people, other fearful people, other people who desire but they scared to do anything, and other prideful people. You just link up together. Now you start growing and changing, learning and nurturing, getting seeds of hope. And you start talking about that to some people who are bound by shame and confusion and all of that. What are they going to do? They are going to make you abort your dream. They're going to make you give it up because you're in preschool. You're just learning it. You got the training wheels. You're not ready to take them off, right? You skating with the little guard handle thing that the children learning how to roller skate, and they're holding on to the guard or whatever that thing is. I don't even know the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. You're bowling. And you know how they put the bumpers up when you're first learning how to bowl? On the alley is bumper alley. Mm-hmm. You're in the very beginning stages, so no need of telling everybody. No need of telling anybody but yourself and God. Let Him know. All right. So I thank you all for being here. Boy, I wanted to get some 5 fuzzy heart things, but okay. Your favorite teacher isn't getting any love from the students. Okay, students. Hello. Thank you. Welcome to class. Welcome to class, everyone. All right, you all could show me some love. I need 5 of these little things. What are these fuzzy pink hearts? What does that say? 3 hours and 20 minutes. What does that mean? I appreciate you all being here. I'm getting ready to go on to sleep. I'm an early bird. I have a lot that I need to do tomorrow on my quiet day, but I'm going to remind you, students, go check out the International Self-Care Foundation's website. Look at the 7 pillars of self-care on there. And then Google the Adverse Childhood Experiences Questionnaire. And take that questionnaire. It's over on NPR has it. I know for sure. I've seen it on NPR, National Public Radio website. I thought Arizona Adverse Childhood Experiences website had it, but I didn't find it on there. I'm almost sure they do. I just couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't find the right tab. Maybe. I don't know. You can find it there, I guess. But Google it and take it. All right. And then check out Map of Consciousness by David Hawkins. So you can see what I was talking about, the survival paradigm. And then the reason and integrity leading up to, that's the healing zone. And then my book is Trash Can Stop Being a Receptacle for Toxic People's Waste. It's on Amazon. You can see it on that link tree up there on my profile. All right. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Thank you all. Be blessed.